Good morning, folks. It's 9:57 a.m. on the 18th day, 4th month, 2023. It's going to give you a quick one here. I got some work to do downstairs, and which I'll do it here in a few, and I'll teach you guys to make a vortexer a little later, so you can start taking your water health and structure into your own hands. What I'm looking at here is a whole bunch of Chmbombs streamery into the ocean over here near Innisfail and Mariba. You guys are going to have some heavy totals along this area coming up on the next 3 days. Big streamer of filth going across the Carpentaria area and across the Penis Insula over there. Big square top of that. Bzzz, the fryer is on and the bombs are descending into this line here, being drawn towards its magnetic influence of its electrical potential. Inside that chem line, which is a giant wire, looked up ducting, D-U-C-T-I-N-G, and electricity and clouds. Lasers can duct as well. And you'll find some very interesting thing. That's a mighty straight line going across, isn't it? Not naturally occurring cloud formation here of sickness mix. Creeping death edging across the country. What a fucking shame. Fresh bomb field out here over at Ulara, Bella, Gulgara, got a bada bing bang bong and a boom boom plume. Bada boom boom plume. What a fucking shame. Another day, another downer of weather. Over across the ocean to New Zealand is an absolute shit-stained whited out crime scene. You got a low deck with bombs, boom, 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 and a top deck with bombs. Here a bomb, there a bomb. They must have altimeters on them for detonation to predict exactly when the explosions will occur. It's a mountain type effect there from flows. You see that quite often, the long white cloud. But these long lines of chem, now that's something else. That's something that's quite a different creature altogether. And the plume's going across here. Boom, bida boom, 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 boom. Look at this crap right here. Center points of emanation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very geometric. That's a Chmbomb. Going near White Island. That's not good. The shockwaves on the ground, microwaves all frying you all to hell. Bzzz, bzzz, getting fried all over the place. Cloud brightening, bomb blasting, sun blacking. Cloud brightening is land dimming. Okay, you brighten the top of a cloud, you blacken the earth. And while the Rolling Stones sang about paint it black, and here they are above us painting the skies white while the earth goes black. Well, you know what? The scorched earth policies are definitely an evidence of the chemtrails that are scorching our planet. So let's have a quick look here at your totals here in New Zealand. Again, you're very eminent on your event now, and the totals are starting to get honest. Well, you guys 17 to towards 20 centimeters in some spots of rain that's going to impact these mountains here. They're going to flow somewhere, right? There's over. My God, that's a total. It's like a foot. It's a lot. Yeah, you guys problems, big problems. I don't think they're telling Nelson the accuracy of how much is falling, or that's going to race their way. Hey, so be prepared. Be prepared, be prepared. You guys know what happens during flooding events and flash floods and bad storms. So you are aware and knowledgeable. Now you just need to be ready. You know what to do. And what first part about readiness is you calm down. Shh. You can't stop what's coming, but you can stop a panic because you're prepared. And if you're prepared for all those things, don't paint a bad picture in front of yourself. Okay? Calm the farm. I do like that saying. Calm your farms. Calm farm doesn't sound as good as calm the farm. So what's straight of that saying? That must be the miserable toll rag coming to visit the town. On the threes. Oh, and that much better. 24 hours, you're getting it. Right, this is the eminent fuck. So let's have a quick look at what's coming just for you. Or here's the now. Zoom you back about so you can watch the tropical flow down toward New Zealand and meeting this cold. You'll have 2 events coming. A little bit of a break in between. Hey, this is event number 1, which you're undergoing right now. And it's going to dump some totals on you. Yeah, over 15 cents is going to hit this one part here. And the tip over here, like, and New Plymouth. As she races across the nation, you guys get a little bit of a soaking. Well, there must be a beam being planned, because the whole thing turned. So let's look for, who's going to turn on here? Probably the Gisborne and Hastings. Hastings will beam that direction. Auckland has to beam here, and it has to go on like that in a circle. And to hold that down like that. So I'll be looking for that beam to make this move. If of course, they're going to show your next red radars. Because a lot of times when there's storms like this, they don't. They go offline at the time they're needed most, right? If you had an employee work out on you, when you needed most, would you hire them back? Or would you sack him on his spot? So no, you can't come back. And that time right there where she's roaring through at that moment, you got 2 different flows. This is when you're going to get nearing your highest earthquake risk. Here it'll be Saturday evening time. Yeah, I just said that. That's just basic how I look at things. All right, and then you get your break, and you get another schmackaroo coming. I think it was on... And as we get into 27th here, as we end the month, you're going to be starting a new month with saggy bottoms again. Because this setup here draws it all in. It draws all the tropical flow in. She's going like that. She's turning like that. That's leaning like that. You guys are fucked. High pressure well in place here is going to make sure that the coasts of Australia stay very volatile for sudden formations of cyclonic systems. This is actually the perfect setup for a cyclone to form out in the sea right about here. Now right here. Take it down a little more south. It's a perfect setup for it. So I'll be looking for that coming near the end of the month. But it's nice to see some low totals across on this part of the nation here on the 10s. After such a terrible inundations that they've had over the last year. But sometimes the dryings out then start the worries of the fire season in a lot of people's minds, and justifiably so. Because there's a lot of chem that didn't occur in areas that rain, and it falls out. It's very, very flammable stuff, or an accelerant for fires. Yeah, it's not good, not good. Metals burn very well. There's some high totals along the coast here too. Well, you have to have it. As they're working storms through here, all the air bunches up on these edges, and as they move vortices around and around into this sea, something's got to give, man, and that water gives back down on the land. And it looks like the coast road here is getting a bit of a tickle. It's starting to show up here for the 10s, but not on the 5s. So you have an event coming. Just saggy raininess. All that's not coming all at once, so you'll be okay. You just have a big rain event as something that's coming through the coast. But with the pressures out like that in the Tasman Sea, yeah, you're gonna have that volatile coast as these pressures interact with each other. Bloop, 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 bloop. The bubble up of a rudimentary pump. Like squeezing your hands together and separating them when you're in a swimming pool. You can shoot water out the top. And it's kind of like these are the 2 hands. And here's the water. Yep. And most of the flow will be wanting to come down here towards this low down here. And at 68 is pretty much owning the show in the southern hemisphere in this quadrant. Hawaii, a lot of tendrils over the top of you coming through. And on the 10s, saggy bottoms again, and be prepared on your southeastern shores of the islands. You're going to have some wetnesses coming, and the French Polynesian islands are still absolutely slated for devastation through the corridor of where all of them are. I don't know any other way to put it. Sunrise. Right, and there's your basic quick forecast, because I don't have a lot of time today. So I showed you some boomings, I showed you some plumage, I showed you your forecast. Let's have a quick look at today's weather radar to see what's going on. You see that spinner there? That's the one that's going to be influencing Queensland. Here comes its food right now. So there's your problem right here. You see this flow here is cooler air meeting it. It's causing that to spin. Now the interaction of that and that's going to form a storm. Probably over the next 36 hours, it'll start heading toward land. That's just from looking at this. It can't get much past all this EMF that's up here. That's a heated flow. So let's see if we can catch that in action. Okay, radar, what's on the lines here? Nothing to show much in New Zealand because they don't like to show their radar to the world. Why? I don't know. When you don't want to show things, I'm always here that it means you're guilty of something, right? They say if you don't want surveillance state, you're trying to hide something. Well, when you don't show your radar, you're trying to hide something. Let's see if we can get it to load. Nah. Christchurch is beaming. As you can see right here on the load deck. Big square here off the coast of Kaikoura. Yeah, they're beaming. You can't hide the skies that you fry before my eyes. Don't you lie to me, motherfuckers. Ooh. The storm that never moves in 2 hours. I think they're hiding data. Poor data. What we got here? We got a little wanderer going to Chris Apollo Bay. Ooh, where's Artemis when you need him? Bloom, bloom, bloom. See the rhythm? Bloom, bloom, boom, boom. The heartbeat of the storm. So you can tell when it's going to oscillate over the top of you once you pick these rhythms out. Ba-doom, ba-doom. And somehow now I do that. That's rotating. Yeah, I got a rotator. A big heavy line going to Chris Tassie right now. That's a dangerous band right there. Between Mole Creek headed toward Devonport. We have a spinner. Yeah, that's a dangerous one that's in this particular line right here where these two are interacting. These two tendrils, they must be being split by a mountain or something. And when it jumps back through the gaps, it's making an oscillation. Doesn't that look like a big blunt? It's a great smoke out. And that's this crap going over here. See, this chem line here has fueled that batch of storms. You see all them dots right there? There's Chmbombs. Not just microwaves. See the curve with the boop 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 with the streamers coming off it? There's definitely a lot of microwaving energy there. Bzzz, I bet your ears are ringing. Ring-a-ding-ding in the ears. The ear ring-ding. So, Queensland, area of interest. No, I don't want to put that there. Alright, let's go up to the corridor and see who's frying. Who's frying now? Bzzzt. Right here, you're frying. Who's frying now? Now, little wanderers out here, Chmbombs storms. If they let them bombs go, you'd have a sunny day. And then no data. Right, nothing to see here. Right, 39, 20, and I'm looking at the numbers going by. Then nothing. Oh, come on. Long reach. None of them. It's like you got no weather out there, right, at all. And all I see is a shit-stained sky here with clouds in it. But when you go over to the National Weather Radar, you get nothing. Just some dots. I think somebody's lying to you about what's going on with the weather. You can't hide that lying eye out there in the middle of the ocean, that's for sure. Frying away. Bzzz, creating the flows needed. So walking it north above the top of it, so... See how that radar there has not got quite as much influence going way out here, like this has here? Forces the flow up and around. It's just how they work. A little bit of a something coming in toward Cooktown here from out at sea. It's not going to be very pleasant for their day. Batten down the hatches a little bit. It's going to be a bit of Bit of a storm coming. Here's another one coming in off the sea now, rolling in toward Cairns. And boom, 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 plum, 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 plum. Yeah, your typical afternoon, evening showers blooming up out at the sea. Are they typical, or are they be typically done by man with Chmbombs? I would say they're typically done by man with Chmbombs. And you wouldn't have that storm going on if it wasn't for these deployments out here, out to sea, that you see right here. Or do you not see what I'm showing you here? N-O-T-S-E-E. Are you a Nazi? Don't be a Nazi. Bzzz, microwave races across the nation here. What a shame. Every day, it's time to write the new book. It's time to scrap this program. It's time to take back what is ours. Our birthright is Mother Earth, toxin-free, with beautiful sweet waters and yellow sunshine, where trees and animals are free to grow, not in where toxic air and acids are sprayed upon them, and Chmbombs don't descend upon the Great Barrier Reef and all the animals within, and where humane beings ascend from human beings, and Homo sapiens become beautiful, and then the earth in kind will be beautiful. Big love, peace.